guys, and welcome to Harry Potter Facts You Wouldn't Know If You Didn't Read the Books, Weasley edition, and today we're talking about Fred and George. Now, if you only watch the movies, it can be really difficult to tell the personalities of the Weasley twins apart because they're basically shown as inseparable. But the books do a pretty good job of displaying the individual personalities of each Weasley twin. Both twins were born on April Fool's Day, 2 years before Ron Weasley was born, and Fred was the first to be born. Not surprisingly, he turned into more of the leader of the group. Of the two, it was Fred that was more brash, and he was less likely to really think things through. This can be seen pretty early on in their lives, because at the age of 5, Fred was already getting into a lot of trouble. When poor Ron was only 3 years old, he accidentally broke Fred's toy broom, and Fred turned his teddy bear into a giant spider. This fact is actually incredibly impressive considering he's only 5 years old and didn't have a wand yet. That same year, Fred gave Ron an acid pop that burnt a hole right through his tongue. But soon his pranks would get a whole lot worse. On to part 2.
Did you know that Harry Potter Land was almost built in Magic Kingdom? J.K. Rowling and Disney actually signed a letter of intent to add a small Harry Potter Land where a new Fantasyland is located today. It would have included 2 attractions and 1 restaurant, the Leaky Cauldron. The 2 rides would have been a Buzz Lightyear wand-style ride and a small Care of Magical Creatures petting zoo. The deal ended up falling through because J.K. Rowling wanted more decision-making power and Disney was not willing to relinquish control, so now Universal has it.
How could a heart like yours ever love a heart like mine?
You were and are the perfect Harry and will be forever.
Thank you.
Where there is desire, there is gonna be a flame. Where there is a flame, someone's bound to get burned. But just because it burns doesn't mean you're gonna die.
Harry Potter things I've never noticed until now. J.K. Rowling has confirmed that Snape is the only Death Eater capable of producing a Patronus due to his strong memories and feelings for Lily. It's presumable that the other Death Eaters can't remember a memory of pure joy even though they've experienced one due to their hate, guilt, and other negative feelings. In this scene in the Deathly Hallows, Umbridge clearly has a cat Patronus. Now, think about this. While sentencing innocent people to a life of torture at Azkaban, while wearing the Horcrux locket that amplifies all dark thoughts, makes Umbridge joyful enough that she is able to produce a Patronus. She isn't evil because she's angry or bitter. She's evil because being evil and doing horrible things to innocent people fills her heart with joy.
You were and are the perfect Harry and will be forever.
Thank you.
Right, I got 3 Harry Potter facts you did not know. Fact number 3. The actor playing Crabbe, as in Crabbe and Goyle Potter, was fired and asked not to return to set in 2009 after growing illegal substances. Naughty Crabbe. And fact number 2. The studio cut Madame Hooch's character after the first film. After the first film, she demanded more money and the studio said, no. Okay, bye. And fact number 1. Well, this one blew my non-magical mind. Rumour has it that first choice to play Hagrid was actually Robin Williams. But J.K. Rowling was insistent that the film be cast primarily British. Don't forget to follow for more, Potter.
is a losing game. Small town boy in a big arcade.
I got my hands on Hogwarts Library's books, Quidditch Through the Ages. Ron Weasley had his book overdue. Ron being Ron. Neville Longbottom wrote his name with no capital letters because he is insecure. Draco Malfoy wrote his name on a right side because he wanted his name as far from Hermione as possible. I think Draco was the one who wrote Stinks near Ron's name.
So tell me how to be in this world. Tell me how to breathe and feel no hurt. Tell me how, 'cause I believe in something.
Fun facts about Harry Potter that I bet you didn't know. Chamber of Secrets edition. Fun fact number 1, J.K. Rowling was actually originally going to give Harry the ability to talk to squirrels, but then decided that it made less sense to have a giant squirrel crawling around the pipes of the school and switched it to snakes. Fun fact number 2, the role of Gilderoy Lockhart was originally going to be offered to Jeff Goldblum, but once again, J.K. Rowling's prejudice against non-UK citizens came into play, and the role was never offered to him because she refused to allow it. Fun fact number 3, Voldemort's real name was originally going to be Rot Medley, but then J.K. Rowling took a university class on anagrams and finally figured out that it could also spell Tom Riddle. Fun fact number 4, in the books, Molly Weasley is actually a man and Ron has 2 gay dads. This was never specified in the books because it wasn't integral to Harry's journey, so in the movie they just cast Molly as a woman.
It's on my destiny. What if we rewrite the stars? Say you were made to be mine. Nothing could keep you saying she's a lady, and
He's just a boy.
All my tears have been used all.
You were and are the perfect Harry and will be forever.
Thank you.
Random Harry Potter facts. In the Sorcerer's Stone, they actually did film at King's Cross. However, they did not film on platforms 9 and 10, but they filmed on 4 and 5. Richard Harrison only agreed to play Albus Dumbledore after his 11-year-old granddaughter threatened to never speak to him again. In the Chamber of Secrets, Daniel Radcliffe was required to shave his leg for the scene where Harry reveals his missing sock. During the filming of Chamber of Secrets, a whole bunch of nurses had to be brought on set because an outbreak of head lice had occurred amongst the children. Since Harry Melling lost so much weight, he almost lost his role as Dudley. However, they decided to put him in a fat suit instead of recasting him. The Prisoner of Azkaban is the only movie where Voldemort does not appear. The set for Honeydukes is actually the same set they used for Ollivanders. Kitty originally wasn't planning on auditioning for the role of Cho, however her father told her where the auditions were being held, so she decided to go ahead and go before her shopping trip. The Goblet of Fire is the only Harry Potter movie where Hermione does not cast a spell. Crazy.
Here are a few Harry Potter facts that you may not have noticed. The opening logos got darker as the films went on, just as the films did. As a kid, the last ones were pretty scary. Every time a Horcrux was destroyed, Voldemort's cape faded, and I just thought he overwashed it. In the scene where Neville's holding his Remember-All, but can't remember what he's forgotten, it was his robes. He's the only one not wearing them. Maybe Voldemort borrowed them because his were getting faded. They had a couple of jokes in the end credits too. No dragons were harmed in the making of this movie. And Richard Bremmer, who played Voldemort, was credited as he who must not be named. I'm not scared of you, Voldemort.
Say something, I'm giving up on you.